Whole sports all plays. Yeah. Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. 365, we making up plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.
All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show, Wednesday, August 16th, 2023. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Tony Gonzalez. How's it going?
Going pretty good. Not too bad at all. Well, other than the Reds last night in that marvelous lineup that Bell put out.
Oh, yeah. I have no idea what the hell he was thinking. I know what he was thinking, but it wasn't a good idea at all. He was thinking that he was trying to match up right and left, but you can't change your whole lineup because of that. If you want to take out one guy or something, I can understand that, but not take out two or three of your best.
At least
guys. I mean, Friedel is your best he's not only been hitting the ball decent as a leadoff, but he's your best outfielder. And you take Benson, who's been one of your best hitters, out.
It didn't make no sense to me.
And then, you put in guys that, didn't make a lot of sense to me either, but it should have made sense to us because we've watched David Bell long enough that we should be.
Yeah, I don't understand why. I know we're doing pretty good this year, and that's great. Whether we make the playoffs or not, I don't know. We'll see. But I didn't understand re-signing him to extension. I mean, it didn't make a lot of sense to me.
It didn't make a lot of sense to me either. I guess I'm not going to be able to find it, so I'll just have to wait.
With the progress we made, I really believe if we went out and got a manager, I know we're not going to get the guy that went to Texas because he's having that, but that type of manager, the experience and the guy that's been there before, I think would have been a big pickup.
I agree. I would have waited till at least the end of the season before I even would have thought about giving Bill any kind of extension to see how the rest of the year went.
Oh, definitely.
But they got a little excited. I think they got excited because the way the first half of the season went, they decided to give it to him. But yeah, I definitely think they should have. Waited. How's it going, Glenn?
So far, the reports, and it's early, but the reports for Liddell is looking pretty good. So, I mean, he's pitched a little bit and looked pretty good. So,
yep.
I haven't heard anything about Green.
I haven't heard anything about Green either.
But he was supposed to start.
Yes, I had. They had talked like he was going to be back with the Reds on the around the 20th of this month. Last I'd heard.
Sound like we'll get him and Lodalo back pretty close together, and should be getting a couple relievers back too.
Yeah. I kept talking about Antone was close, but I haven't heard much about him lately. I'll be honest, I haven't gone there and looked at a lot of that stuff here recently either. But I know Green. Last I saw, Green was they were talking about Green around August 20th. So hopefully we do get Green back pretty soon. How'd you do yesterday on your picks? I went 3-2.
I went 4-1.
I was 4-1 the day before, 3-2 yesterday. Of course, I had the Reds, and then I had Baltimore against the Padres, and the Padres smoked the Orioles last night.
Very seldom I pick the Cubs, and I picked the Cubs to beat the White Sox, and the White Sox beat the Cubs. So that was one I lost.
Well, maybe you need to pick the Cubs again.
I can put that down. Yeah.
Hey, if that's what's going to take for them to lose, Reds need to win tonight. Though we need to win tonight, come back and win this series against the Guardians, especially because the Brewers Dodgers are on a roll right now. Brewers got beat last night by the Dodgers. Dodgers have won 9 in a row. So I mean, if the Brewers can lose them games and if we can win. And it'd be nice if we get a little help from the White Sox.
I guess Green's back on the roster because they designated Luke Weaver for assignment. So they did that to make a spot for Green. So he's going to be back on.
When did they do that today?
That was reported 9 minutes ago.
Okay. I knew, like I said, I'd heard that Green was supposed to be coming back around the 20th. So yeah, that makes sense that they done that today. Kind of surprised. Well, Glenn, he said, "Pick the Cubs, win $400." Yeah, I guess if you're going to bet against the Reds, Glenn, I can't get mad at you since you won $400. But now, if you'd have lost, I'd have been all over you.
Well, I guess news on Freddie don't sound real good. He's already used up his 10-day minimum stay on, and he's having an MRI the 18th. So
Damien said Brewers need to win to get the Cuba out of the play. The Cubs, I think Cuba. He beats Cubs. No, the Reds are going to pass the Cubs and keep the Cubs from winning that division. So Brewers need to lose so the Reds can overtake that division. But the Reds have to get back to playing better baseball. Hopefully, they can do that tonight. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and start out with them. Well, we got some games going on right now. If you're a fan of Little League baseball, the Little League World Series started today. They've already had one game. Game number 2 is on now, Nevada and Rhode Island. I like watching the Little League baseball. I think I've always enjoyed watching it. But Major League Baseball, you have the Pirates and Mets playing right now. Mets are up 8-3 on the Pirates. Bottom of the 7th inning. Mets have bases loaded. Well, they just got their 3rd out, so they're not going to score no more runs there. You also have the Tigers and Twins playing. Tigers are up 7-4 over the Twins, top of the 8th inning. Twins beat the Tigers yesterday because that was one of the games I had. Then you have the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Colorado Rockies are also playing right now. That game is in the top of the 3rd with the Diamondbacks up 2-1 there on the road. First game I like was talking about the Reds. We'll stick with that theme. Guardians and Reds. I'm gonna go with them again. No, I know, Glenn. I do too. You have sometimes you have to go with your gut. That's why a lot of times if I'm not feeling good about the Reds, I'll just not pick that game because I don't like picking against them. But like yesterday, I didn't feel real great after I saw that lineup, but I went ahead and stuck with the pick because I'd already had that pick put together before I saw the lineup, and then once I saw it line up, I was like, oh man. But hey, how's it going, Billy?
Billy.
But so my first game, Guardians at the Reds. Reds are 1.5 run favorites, minus 168 on the money line. Guardians are plus 142 on the money line. Over-unders at 9.5 runs. The Guardians are 58-62 on the season, 27-34 on the road. Guardians will have Syndergaard on the mound tonight. He is 2-5 with a 6.35 ERA. Guardians are 3-2 over their last 5 games, hitting .250 as a team on the season with a 3.76 team ERA. The Reds are 62-59 on the season, 29-32 at home. I think the Reds need to go back on the road. We play better on the road than we do at Great American Ballpark.
We have trouble at home.
On the mound for the Reds is Abbott. He's 7-3 with a 2.95 ERA. Had a couple bad starts and rough starts in a row, but then last start pitched real good. His last outing, so he looked to be more like himself. The Reds are 2-3 over the last 5. They're hitting .250 as a team on the season with a 4.79 team ERA. Abbott's been our ace most of the season. Him and Ashcraft have probably been our best 2 guys most of the season, especially with some injuries we've had. That we've had. So I'm gonna go with the Reds on the money line.
Don't choke to death here.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Reds on the money line for that game. Next game, Houston Astros at the Miami Marlins. I have a couple of those teams in my picks, Billy. Actually, the only one out of the parlay you put in, the only one I'm not going with today is the Braves. But my next game, Astros and Marlins. Astros are 1.5 run favorites, -116 on the money line. The Marlins are -102 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 7.5 runs. Astros did come back and beat the Marlins yesterday after the Marlins won the first game of the series. Beat them by 1 run. That was a crazy game, man. Astros made some little league throws, wild throws to let the Marlins score, and the Marlins made some little league plays. It was. I saw some highlights. I didn't watch the game. I saw some of the highlights. Man, there was some. The Astros are 69-52 on the season, 36-26 on the road. The Astros will have Verlander on the mound, who's 7-6 with a 3.19 ERA. Astros are 3-2 over their last 5, hitting .251 as a team on the season with a 3.78 team ERA. The Marlins are 63-58 on the season, 37-26 at home. On the mound for the Marlins is Luzardo, who's 8-7 with a 3.91 ERA. Marlins are also 3-2 over their last 5 games, hitting .262 as a team on the season with a 4.18 team ERA. I'm going with the Marlins here at the +1.5. Billy, Rhode Island is playing Nevada. Game is actually just ended the second inning with Rhode Island up 1-0. It's on ESPN. There's basically games on all day today. They had a international game on to kick it off at 1:00. I didn't catch that game, but I know there's this game. I know there's a game tonight at 7:00.
We got Cuba and Japan coming up, and then Texas, and I can't remember who Texas is playing coming up too.
Yeah, so yeah, I love watching the Little League. I've watched it for years now, every year. But I used to umpire a lot of Little League games. I've actually umpired, and I never umpired like the World Series, but umpired some of the tournaments leading up to try to get in the World Series. I umpired the district, a local Little League here around Muncie, a few times, and that was pretty cool because that was one of the first times I'd done games where you have 4 or 5 umpires on the field. Which, what was crazy about that, I was the only one there that wasn't a Little League, actual Little League organization sanctioned umpire, because you're supposed to be do them tournaments. I wasn't, and they had me do behind the plate for the championship game of it. They had me all different spots. All that was the championship game. I'm behind the plate.
It's Texas and Pennsylvania tonight.
Okay, yeah, that should be pretty good. That's at 7, and then wouldn't surprise me if there's another game, one more game.
I know Cuba and Japan, but I don't know if that's going to be aired or not. But that should be a pretty good game. I would think Cuba.
If they don't have it on ESPN, it's usually on ESPN too. First game was Czech Republic and Panama.
Panama won 4-0.
Yeah, usually if they have something on ESPN, they'll move that. Yeah, Japan and Cuba is at 5 on ESPN.
They're showing a lot of games.
Yeah, they usually show about all of them are usually on between ESPN and ESPN.
Maine and Washington, 3:00 Thursday. ESPN.
And then my next game is going to be, so I'm taking the Marlins at +1.5. Next game, Boston Red Sox at the Washington Nationals. Red Sox are 1.5 run favorites, -158 on the money line. The Nationals are +134 on the money line. Over-unders at 9 runs. Red Sox are 63-56 on the season, 28-28 on the road. They will have Paxton on the mound, who's 7-3 with a 3.36 ERA. The Red Sox are 4-1 over the last 5 games, hitting .262 as a team on the season with a 4.32 team ERA. Nationals are 53-67 on the season, 25-35 at home. On the mound for the Nationals is Gore. He's 6-9 with a 4.62 ERA. Nationals are 3-2 over their last 5, hitting .259 as a team on the season with a 4.88 team ERA. I like the Red Sox here on the money line. Red Sox have been playing some good baseball. They're 4-1 over their last 5. I believe they have the best on the mound as well. I know Red Sox play a little better at home than they usually do on the road, but the Nationals have not been a strong team at home. They're 10 games under 500 at home. So I mean, they haven't played well at home either. So I like the Red Sox on the money line. Billy said, "You ever get a chance to go to Williamsport? Go, it's fun." That is on my bucket list of somewhere event I'd like to go to that I haven't been to yet. David said Little League's way better to sit and watch because those games don't take long like MLB does.
MLB's been better this year.
Yeah.
But I know what you're saying.
Well, and MLB plays more innings too. I mean,
Yep.
Little League only being a six inning game. And in Little League, well, I was going to say in Little League, you don't have as much of the downtime as you do in Major League Baseball, but you don't have as much in Major League Baseball. But like you don't get as many like mound visits and pitching changes and stuff in Little League as you do in Major League Baseball. In Little League, a lot of times they're going, whatever pitcher they start's going to stay out there until he legally can't throw no more pitches.
Yeah, most time, yeah.
So he reaches at 85. Now, in some of these early games, you'll see him sometimes only pitch guys, maybe 35 pitches or so. So then they'll be eligible in a couple days, just depending on how deep some of these pitching staffs are. All right, next game for me is going to be the Los Angeles Angels at the Texas Rangers. Rangers are 1.5 run favorites at home, -178 on the money line. Angels are +150 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 9 runs. The Angels are 59-62 on the season, 28-34 on the road. Angels will have Detmers on the mound, who's 2-9 with a 5.27 ERA. Angels are 1-4 over their last 5 games, hitting .251 as a team on the season with a 4.58 team ERA. Tell you what, I do like those Little League jerseys, though. This year's jerseys are pretty cool.
Yep.
The Rangers are 72-48 on the season, 42-20 at home. They will have Gray on the mound, who's 8-5 with a 3.65 ERA. Rangers are 4-1 over their last 5, hitting .273 as a team on the season with a 3.98 team ERA. I like the Rangers on the money line. They beat the Angels pretty good yesterday. Angels have been struggling. Rangers have been playing real consistent baseball. And then my last game for the night, Seattle Mariners at the Kansas City Royals. Mariners are 1.5 run favorites, -205 on the money line. Royals are +172 on the money line. Over-unders at 9 runs. Mariners are 64-55 on the season, 30-27 on the road. On the mound for the Mariners is Castillo. He's 8-7 with a 3.14 ERA. Mariners are 2-3 over their last 5 games, hitting .237 as a team on the season with a 3.72 team ERA. The Royals are 39-82 on the season, 23-38 at home. They will have MacArthur on the mound tonight, who is 0-0 with a 13.50 ERA. Royals are 2-3 over their last 5 games, hitting 244 as a team on the season with a 5.20 ERA. I like the Mariners on the money line. So my picks for tonight: Reds money line, Marlins plus 1.5, Red Sox money line, Rangers money line, and the Seattle Mariners on the money line.
Before I give my picks real quick, I had said that they had the Reds had designated Weaver, and they said for Green to come up to declare a spot for Green. Well, that's what the Reds blog said, but I just also read that they run somebody else up, so they have not run Green back up yet. Not yet. And Lewandowski pitched yesterday. He threw 3 innings and had 6 strikeouts. He didn't give up any runs.
Yeah, he's been pitching pretty good on that rehab assignment.
So he's looking pretty good. Okay, my parlay for tonight for Major League Baseball, I got Cleveland at Cincinnati. I'll take Cincinnati money line. I got Boston money line at Washington. I got the Yankees at the Braves. I'll take the Braves money line. I got Houston money line at Miami. I'm going against you again. Houston will probably suck again. And I got Milwaukee at the Dodgers. I got the Dodgers winning money line.
All right. Glenn said, even though I got a down payment for Mania Night 2 tickets, I'm going to wait closer to Christmas to get the second night, wait for price to drop. Hopefully the price will drop, but they don't keep trying to raise them. But I would think some of them will drop, especially with some of these scalpers, because they'll start thinking that they're not going to be able to get rid of them.
Glenn, have you heard how many tickets they've sold yet? Or I know it was pre-sale, so they probably didn't give out any numbers yet because it's just pre-sale. I was just curious.
Sure. I would say they're probably going pretty quick.
Yeah, I would think so.
Glenn said, "Yeah, demand is high with pre-sale." Billy says, 1989, Turnbull, Connecticut won the Little League World Series. Yeah, Hawaii wanted have been there. Usually, always have a team there. They don't have a team there this year. They got put out in the regional.
You know, Indiana don't have a team this year. We've had teams the last couple of years, but not this year. I seen Texas had a team, but I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
last year they had that one.
I didn't think Texas had a team this year until you said that. I never saw them play in a regional, so I missed them play. Yeah, last year they had a Pearland, Texas.
Pearland.
But they don't release all at once for sale. Let's see what he said before, though. He said, not too sure yet. I follow the Twitter page, and they was going quick. Floor was what was left. But they don't release all at once for sale. Which you were saying something about that they release so many and then they release more later.
Yeah, I do think we're going to get Champa and, of course, now I can't remember his name.
I'm not sure on that one.
One of Austin's favorite from NXT. Well, I like him too, the littler guy. NXT, Johnny Gargano. Yeah, I think they would do very well in WWE. I think that would be a smart move. And I think we're going to get it.
Johnny Wrestling.
Johnny Wrestling, yeah.
Well, as long as he don't act like Johnny Football, he'll be all right.
I did hear a rumor today, and I think it would be a good match. We're talking about a 6-man 3-way match. Talking about the OC with AJ Styles in it, and Gallows and Anderson, them 3, against the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley and the Brawling Brutes. That would be a pretty awesome 3-way 6-man.
Yeah.
That's been rumored for Payback. I would like to see that. I think that could steal the show.
Yeah, that would be pretty good.
And the rumor is that I guess they planned on, now whether they stick with it or not, I don't know, but they had planned on having Jay versus Jimmy with Rikishi being the special referee for Payback. But that got out because he was going to be doing a signing, and the promoter put out, come see Rikishi right before he referees Payback.
I just figured that was fake. So that was real.
Rikishi released a statement saying that the promoter screwed up because he didn't want the blame for it. And with that getting out, WWE may change plans if that was true, if it wasn't a dummy thing. But I mean, it sounds like it might have been true. And I think that would have been awesome to have them two and with Rikishi refereeing.
Yeah, I just figured it wouldn't. It was fake because I just didn't see Rikishi doing. Rikishi wouldn't have made a mistake like that.
No. But they said the promoter did, so that's what Rikishi said. I guess he tweeted out that the promoter made a mistake.
I mean, Rikishi's been around too long. He knows better than that. He wouldn't allow something like that to happen. I wouldn't
think so. Hey, Glenn, you been following the CM Punk stuff? Any of the stories?
Damian wants Carlito on TV. Hey, we saw Carlito last year.
I heard he signed. I would love to see it.
Not on TV, but we saw him in person last.
Yeah. Oh yeah, not a year ago, over a year.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd love to see him back. Yeah, you might do some reading on that. It's pretty funny. Pissing everybody off, getting people sent home.
I said, Big Keish going to set the dude straight. Not much, actually.
There was rumors that Carlito signed with, but I mean, so I don't know.
Yeah, Glenn said he thought Carlito was just a one-off. Yeah, you never know. Oh, what are you got going on over?
It's your son's fantasy football league, I bet.
That's why I turned my sound off, so I don't have, that way if people start going. Are you sure it's that?
Nope, it's unscripted football league.
Oh yeah, I forgot I was gonna say it ain't Austin because I'm not getting it.
No, it's unscripted. I didn't even know I was in the group chat.
Well, I was in it for about 20 minutes last night. Then I was out. Then I left it. Was out of it. Then I got put back in it a little bit ago. So, but yeah, I was gonna say because I'm not getting the one from Austin. You know how to turn that off?
Turn the sound on now.
Just hit that right there. Okay. There you go.
I don't even hardly know how to work my phone.
I know. Believe me, I know that. We got well, was there anything else that you wanted to jump on today?
No, I don't think so.
Join us tomorrow, join us tomorrow for another episode of Easy Money, a sports betting show. On Friday, we'll give out picks for the UFC over the weekend as well. Also join us tonight for GSR Gonzo Sports Room, 11 p.m. Eastern. Myself and Glenn. I know Dad will be at work.
Yep, I'll be listening.
If you missed the return of Gonzo and the Judge Sports Talk last night, go check it out. Facebook, YouTube, at Gonzo Sports Room, at the Sports Judge, or at ASAP All Sports All Plays Network. I thought we had a pretty good episode last night for first show back. Billy said Tony hitting the bell, let the dogs rumble. they're actually being good today. Scrappy looks like he's tired.
He looks like he's out.
And he's been under that cover on that couch most of the day today. So I don't know if he's not feeling good or if he's just having a lazy day. But
Every day is lazy day with them.
Yeah, that's true. But yes, check out Gonzo and the Judge. Also, don't forget we got the big draft coming up for GWR on Monday. Join us for that 6:30 p.m. Eastern on Monday.
Should be interesting because I know
Got a
me and Marco's going to be old school. You're probably going to be more, not necessarily new school, but more attitude era and up probably. I mean, you might take some of the older guys, some of the guys.
and then we got a couple pro wrestlers actually joining us with joining us for that as well. So that should be a good time with Justin Danger and Damian DeVille. Yeah, Glenn. As long as you're good. As long as you're good for tonight, yep. But we appreciate everybody joining us. I'll go over my picks one more time. Reds money line, Marlins plus 1.5, Red Sox money line, Rangers money line, Mariners money line. I was 3-2 yesterday, 4-1 on Monday. Picks are 444 and 349 on the year so far. We appreciate everybody joining us. This has been Easy Money, a sports betting show. We will see you guys tomorrow right around 3:00, maybe a little after.
It's 3:30 today.
Well, I was trying to get stuff figured out.
I know.
But right around 3:30 tomorrow for another episode of Easy Money, a sports betting show. Hope everybody has a great Wednesday, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.